That's fine. We're going to get into it today in today's podcast. Welcome to We're Not Experts, but. And we're talking about conspiracy theories, actually. One in particular is about the Mandela Effect. Brandon seems to have a totally different opinion on one that I know that every person that's listening to this right now will remember back in a famous scene from Silence of the Lambs. Would you like to play that? Just play a slight snippet of it. In fact, no, I'm just going to play the one that I have, since you seem to not believe that this was a true thing.
Bro, watch the video.
I understand the video, Schmidio.
Hello, Clarice.
Dr. Lecter, my name is
Oh.
Starling.
Oh. Okay, that's all I want. Could you hear it? Could you hear what he said?
He didn't actually say that though. His face,
but did you
voice.
hear? I understand that, but did you hear it in what I just played?
No, I heard that part, but that's not on the original video.
That's all that matters. You heard it, and I'm going to go and find the original movie.
Well, just because I can show you a picture of the Monopoly guy with a monocle doesn't mean it's real.
No. I don't mean like go and buy one and actually. I'm saying I have these things on the original tapes.
Yeah, and it's going to say good morning.
No, it's going to say hello, Clarice. Hello. So explain to me this. How is it that the entire United States knows that phrase?
They don't.
Bullshit. You and I just did it before we started recording. Did you not say, hello, Clarice?
I didn't.
Hello. Oh, you're full of shit now. Every person that has ever watched The Silence of the Lambs. So we're talking about all the people that were born within that time frame and was able to actually watch it without being kicked out of the room by your parents. You saw it, and he said, hello, Clarice.
No.
Even with his little thin-ass lips, you can say, hello, Clarice.
The way that you're saying thin-ass lips, I'm taking some sort of offense to this. Like, I feel like
your lips aren't super thin, Brandon. I mean, you saw his lips. His lips were fucking like two razors.
I feel like you're directing that towards white people.
No, just this white man here. Mm-hmm. His lips are super thin. So as you're looking, but what I'm saying is, so as you're looking at the actual video and you're saying, okay, well, look, it didn't look like he said that. Well, how the fuck do you know what he said? Because his lips are so goddamn thin, you have no idea what he said in the first place. It's hello, Clarice. It just doesn't even move. There's no movement in his lips.
All I know is that he never said it.
I can tell you for a fact that I heard him say it.
Well, anyways, let's go ahead and start off with the reason why we're all here. The Mandela Effect. If you don't know what the Mandela Effect is, basically, Nelson Mandela died in 2013 after becoming president of South Africa. However, there are thousands and thousands of people that think that he died in prison in the 80s, which is completely false.
Mm-hmm.
So, that has kind of sparked a conspiracy theory called the Mandela Effect. And we are here to discuss it today.
Yes, because, I mean, like this argument, there are so many times where people have gone against each other in agreement on certain things that, we grew up watching or seeing. For example, the Berenstain Bears.
Don't even get me started on that.
Is it the Berenstain Bears or is it the Berenstain Bears?
I'm so upset at that one, bro. Because I vividly remember, I vividly remember seeing the Berenstain Bears. There's a fucking E, not a fucking A.
I happen to be a collector of all things my history past. And somewhere in a box, I have the original Berenstain Bear book. I can't find it right now, but it's in a box somewhere, and I'm going to find it because it absolutely had an E in it. I don't know where this Berenstain come from, but that's not true. No. It was the Berenstain Bears, and I had every book that they made. My mom, back in the day, she brought me, she was avid on me reading. So I got tons of books. And that happened to be one of my favorite, the Berenstain Bears. So now you got all these people saying, well, that's not the way it's spelled.
I'm
It's
legitimately upset at
Berenstain.
this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, and again, because you know for a fact that growing up, it was Berenstain.
Yeah, but they never said hello, Clarice.
You can say what you want about that. It's not going to change what I know I saw in the movie. How do so many people know the
Hello,
phrase
Clarice.
exactly? How do they know that? How do they know that, Brandon? Wouldn't they have just said, "Good morning"?
No, because it just sounds stupid now.
Exactly.
Good
Right.
morning.
So that's not even a tagline. So how is it that so many people for so long said hello, and then the fact that they would say it and they would say it with that accent, "Hello, Clarice, hello." Like that's not anything that's something that we would make up. That many people would make up. And who started? If it was something made up, who started it? Where did it come from? Why would we do that? Why would we say "Hello, Clarice" if it was not in the movie?
I honestly don't know. I don't know where it came from, but I mean, there are so many examples of it, though.
Yes, there's tons of examples of, for example, Monopoly. Monopoly, they say that Mr. Monopoly, who originally was what was his name? Rich. Oh gosh, what was his name in the past? Uncle Pennybags. That's what that was his name. Uncle Pennybags had a monocle on his eye. For those who don't know what a monocle is, it's that one eyeglass that all of the swanky rich used to wear, where they would just have it over one eye and it would have like a little chain or something attached to it that would hang
I
down.
better not. I better not do that. I think that's another conspiracy theory thing.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not even get on that one. But yeah, um,
Pizza cake.
but yeah. So exactly. Um, I know for a fact that he had a monocle.
I'm about to blow your
He
mind with
had a
another one.
monocle.
Um, you know that um, iconic scene in Star Wars where he said, "Luke, I am your father."
Don't you tell me that that's
He
not
never
true.
said it. He did say something along the lines, but he did not say, "Luke, I am your father." He said, "No, I am your father."
I'm not believing that at all. I'm not. Nope.
I, I
Nope. Nope.
actually
Nope.
I actually did verify that one, and even in I was watching a movie with Chris Farley when I think
Hmm.
It was Tommy Boy
Tommy Boy.
when he was fucking singing in the fan. He was like, "Luke, Luke."
And yeah, he did all this la la loo
Yeah,
la. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yes, I remember this.
yeah,
Tommy Boy was one of my favorite movies.
100%. Love Tommy Boy,
Yeah.
but that I was like, okay, yeah, that's fucking Star Wars. Never said it.
Mhm.
Pissed me off.
But and again, how would so many people not know this? How is the fact that every person that you would talk to, like, say for example, if you were out and about and you did your whole little uh accent or whatever that looked Luke, and then somebody would follow up and say, "I am your father." Like people do this because this is what they heard in the movie. And you're telling me that that never happened in the movie? That never existed? That was something that a million people just made up?
Yes.
Wow, that's that's a lot to absorb. That's something that I know I heard. I'm pretty certain that's what I heard,
Yeah, you didn't.
and I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it
Mm.
because I thought I heard the same thing, but fuck me, right?
Well, I mean, this thing goes even farther than that. I mean, it not only in movies, but even in, products that we've purchased over the years, um, that they're saying were not spelled the way we remember them to be.
Kit Kat one.
Yes, Kit Kat. How is it Kit Kat spelled?
It's for some reason people are thinking there used to be a hyphen in the middle, but there never was.
But it's just Kit Kat.
Yeah, it's just Kit Kat.
I don't believe that.
Can't help what you believe, bud.
I don't believe it, man. Kit Kat. Kit Kat had a hyphen in between. Somewhere in my mind, Kit Kat had a hyphen in between. If I can find, let's see, could you Google
Question.
like Kit Kat from 1980s?
Have you ever seen Risky Business?
I have.
So you know when Tom Cruise comes out when he's fucking dancing and shit, right?
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that, because that was one in particular that they're saying that he didn't have the shades on.
Yeah, 100%.
I happen to have a video where he had the shades on.
Not in the original video, he didn't.
There was no original video. So you're telling me that they did two different, they released two different movies?
I don't know what video you have, but all I know is the original video that I saw with Tom Cruise does not have shades on.
Yet the one that I have, he has shades on. Riddle me that one, Batman. How is it possible?
How are you possible?
How are you not impossible? You see what I did there?
You're a bitch.
Well, takes one to know one.
Maybe.
Bucko. Yes, but remind me to show you this video. And in fact, the video has even more than that. There's also video of, let's see, like different cartoon characters that in our mind, like what was the cartoon character that wore the green tie? But they said he did not wear a green tie. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. But I have a video that proves that the Mandela Effect is a deeper thing than what we know it to be, versus just the fact that something didn't truly happen. In fact, I believe that the Mandela Effect is a direct relation to a separate universe or a separate
Multiverse.
reality. It's a alternate reality, which I feel that we may have experienced at some point.
Well, you know, some of our listeners may not actually know what a multiverse is. Would you care to elaborate on that?
On a multiverse? Well,
Yes.
I mean, okay, so in layman's terms, basically, the multiverse is a mapping of, let's say, you and I in different times or different realities living a totally different life. Like, for example, we may be having this podcast, and I might be wearing a blue shirt instead of this orange, and you may have an afro instead of, that nice
Nice, just
slick hair you got there, buddy.
here.
And maybe
I hate
Tupac
you.
might be cap hat, in another,
It's kaput.
kaput. So yeah, so in layman's terms, that's basically what the multiverse is just a series of realities that go on and on and on and on and on, and each reality is something different. It may be the same people, but certain things may just be slightly subtly different,
Like the
than
Golden
what it
Gate
is
Bridge may be red.
exactly.
It's already red.
Or is it red?
It is red.
But is it?
Maybe not in the multiverse. It could be blue.
Bingo. Could be purple.
You're purple. Actually, I got one for you. Have you ever seen the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey?
Mm-hmm.
You know that part where he says, "You love me. You really love me."
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that's in reference to?
It's from a movie. No, no, not a movie.
No, it's
It's
from the
from
Oscars.
yes, it's from the Oscars, but from like the early 1940s, 30s.
1985.
Was it 85?
It was. It was
I
Sally
thought the
Field.
movie came out in 85. That's right. For what was the movie? Oh
Places
my
in the
gosh.
Heart.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah. So during her speech, everybody, and I mean everybody, remembers her saying, "You like me. You really like me." But in fact, she said, "I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me." Completely different how everyone got that one.
So my thing is, how does this happen? Aside from my theory, how can that many people have believed to have heard, seen, or read something that's not true? How?
It's
Now,
it's
if you got one person that might, say that something's a little bit different or off from what it was,
mhm.
sure. Even five people, okay, there may be something there. But a mass of people all believing the same thing?
Sometimes it's millions.
Exactly. So, how is it
Millions.
that these millions of people saw, heard, or read the same thing, yet those same millions of people now are being told it's not true? How? Makes no
Honestly,
sense.
there's so many examples of the Mandela effect, though. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you start looking and like deep diving into just how many Mandela effects there actually are.
Hmm. And there's countless. Let's go through some more. Let's talk about some more of these things, and test my memory of how things were.
All right, how about beam me up, Scotty?
So you're telling me that he didn't say "beam me up, Scotty"?
He didn't. He never said it exactly like that.
So how did he say it?
He said, "Scotty, beam us up." Now the thing is, like, I know that like some of the wordplay, it sounds like, okay, maybe somebody may, you know, hear it a different way. But the thing is, like, there's so many people, bro. So many people that heard it the exact same way.
Precisely. That's what
Beam
I'm
me up,
saying.
Scotty.
So why would we all hear it this way if it's not true? Could it have been subliminal in the message from the beginning?
What do you mean?
Are we? Are, could there have been something in there that maybe we heard but was not truly said, like a subliminal message?
I never thought about it.
Hmm. Yeah. So, because think about it, how is it that that many people would see or hear something in such a way that they can remember it to the point where they can almost, you know, even the least artistic person,
Hmm.
if you tell him or her to draw something, I don't know, tell them to write out the peanut butter brand and see what they write out if they write out Jiffy,
I would have wrote Jiffy,
right? Yet it was Jif.
100%. I felt so stupid when I found that out too.
How do we know this?
You know, there's a lot. There's another one where people thought Sinbad played a genie. You too?
Sinbad did play a genie.
He never played a genie.
It was called Shazam.
Nope, it wasn't. There was a movie called Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Kazam was Shaquille O'Neal.
I am
Sinbad
Kazam.
starred in Shazam
No, we didn't.
in the early 90s.
Nope. You know, it's kind of funny though. So that in fact actually did not happen. However, Sinbad,
Not true.
Sinbad did actually like make up this costume, and he went out in public. Whenever he heard about this Mandela effect, he actually put on the costume for the Shazam genie. What happened to your light?
I don't know. It may be dying. But continue.
Well, anyways, he actually went out and he made these like fake VHS tape things and put him on the cover of it with a genie costume.
Uh-huh. And so you believe that? So you don't think that they paid him to say, "Hey, shut the fuck up," and just wear this goddamn costume because the shit never happened?
What would be the benefit of that, though? I mean, I say that, but at the same time, it could possibly just be like maybe the government actually found out how to cross the Einstein-Rosen bridge and don't want
I'm
us to
so
know.
fucking glad that you just said that. Because say it again, the Einstein-Rosen bridge. Go into a little more detail as to what that is for the people. Because
So,
you just touched on a very important statement that you just said, which kind of falls into what I was just talking about.
well,
Actually.
so I
What
know
makes it more reality.
right. I know what I wanted to say, but I wanted to kind of get a a an actual definition of what
Okay.
exactly is what is that exact what what exactly it is.
Okay. Right. But okay, so
So it's basically it's a wormhole.
yes.
It's a wormhole connecting two alternate realities together. So it might connect this reality with one where Tupac was a white guy.
Hence what we just said about multiversal
Anomalies.
existence. Not anomalies, existence. Because if it's an anomaly, that means that it only happened maybe once or twice. Nobody can explain it. But in an actual alternate reality, this is a factual thing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, think about it. It kind of is an anomaly, though. Our existence is an anomaly.
Sure, I can agree with that. The fact that we actually are alive, here talking consciously, communicating, agreeing, disagreeing, seeing, questioning, it in itself is an anomaly.
Anomaly?
Anomaly, assalamu alaikum.
The fuck is an anomaly?
An anomaly is the cousin of an anomaly. That is a suggested question of if something is real. Uh, but okay. So, like, for example, we're the only planet in our solar system that has life. So, yes, that can be an anomaly. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. So, yes, so the Einstein-Rosen bridge speaks of this wormhole that can go from one reality to another reality to another reality, which is what I believe happened.
It's a tunnel through space and time.
But I think it happened by mistake.
What exactly happened by mistake?
And it happened when we initially turned on that fusion reactor.
Oh, you're talking about the fuck. What's the name of it? It's gonna bother me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I feel like, because if you think about it, a lot of this stuff didn't start taking place until not too long ago. And there went my light again. I don't know what's going on. All the more reason why I need to get better lighting. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
It's I can't remember the name of it, but somebody is going to let us know. It's basically an atom splitter.
Precisely. Fusion power is a proposed form of power generation that would generate electricity by using heat from nuclear fusion reactions. In a fusion process, two lighter atomic nuclei combine to form a heavier nucleus while releasing energy. Devices designed to harness this energy are known as fusion reactors. That didn't really give me what I wanted.
See that?
That's more of the actual the definition of what a fusion reactor
See,
is.
remember what I told you last podcast?
Oh my God, there she is! Oh my God, that looks so creepy.
Yeah. She's
And
gonna
then she starts moving.
She's gonna poke her head through it in just a second.
Oh, and then she runs off.
Yep.
That was creepy. Holy
Usually
cow.
she's like,
That was crazy. But I feel like what happened when they tested that oh gosh, what was it called? The CFETR, and that was supposed to be that's initially the world's first fusion, the demonstration of a fusion reactor. And when they kicked it on, they said that it had enough power to create an artificial sun.
yes.
Now, just think. So this happened. What year did this happen? And
That's what it was.
Back.
It was the Higgs boson experiment.
Higgs boson, yes.
The Large Hadron Collider.
Yes.
That's what we were thinking of.
Yes, the Hadron Collider. So I feel like we fell through a reality.
I don't know.
Or we
I don't
switched realities with somebody.
I don't think we switched either or fell through. What I think is basically two realities kind of merged together.
Okay, I can go with that.
That's just my opinion, though.
I can go with that.
Obviously, none of this can be proven, but
Of course not. It's all theory. Conspiracy theory.
well, not all theory is conspiracy.
Well, all theory comes from a conspiracy until it's proven to be true.
Wouldn't that just be a question?
No, it'd be a theory.
You're a theory.
You're a conspiracy.
You know what's kind of funny though? The term conspiracy theory didn't actually exist in any time other than the recent 10 to 20 years. The term conspiracy theory was actually coined by the US government to make people with legitimate questions seem crazy.
Yeah. I can go with that.
I fully believe that.
I can believe that. I can believe that. And they poured it down our throats. Back in 1997, they came out with a movie called Conspiracy Theory, and it was based on that, where this guy had, intel from that the government was doing some shady shit, and the government made him out to be, a fool, and all the stuff that he was talking about was not true. When in fact, everything that he was talking about was 110% true. Just like a plethora of different things that are now coming out that we've found to be true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many things that we could go through as far as conspiracy theories and things like that go. But there are other topics that kind of split off on this, as far as there was even one guy that was saying that he was from the future and he got stuck in the past, and there have actually been several of those. There was some guy, I think it was in either China or Japan. He actually was detained at an international airport. They ended up taking him to a hotel because the passport that he had was to a country that didn't exist. So they actually separated him and put him in a hotel with armed guards outside of his hotel room, and they took his passport, took all of his ID, took everything from him, and he was in this hotel room. They actually ended up trying to go back to his hotel room to pick him back up and question him more, and then all of his information, his passport, his ID, everything that they had of his just disappeared, including the guy. The guy was no longer in the hotel room, and they couldn't find him anywhere. And still to this day, they have been unable to locate him.
This happened back in 1954 in at the Haneda Airport.
Yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the place where the guy was from was Torrid.
Torrid. Is it Torrid?
Tord, Taured.
Oh, Torrid.
Yes, Torrid.
Where did it border though? Wasn't it somewhere?
And Andorra.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But he was confused though because they had never heard of a place called Andorra.
Mm-hmm. He even got a map out and pointed on the map where he
showed
was,
him exactly where it was,
where he was from, and they were like, "No, that's part of us, bud."
Yep. All making him possibly from a parallel universe, and then he disappeared,
or the future,
or he went back to his reality.
Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Wow.
I had
Nice
to.
one.
Couldn't help it.
Yeah. So that all that plays into what we're talking about tonight, which is the fact of the Mandela effect, and the sheer fact that the Mandela effect can definitely be a direct result from some reality convergence where the government knows all about it, and that's why they want to make us seem crazy and say, no, you didn't see Berenstain Bears, you saw Berenstain, because in the reality that they fell into, they're Berenstain. And in the reality that you're in, instead of you seeing Jif, you see Jiffy, or vice versa. Or they're Kit Kats, where it says Kit hyphen cat, where in this reality it says just Kit Kat. And and the list goes on and on and on. And it's
Why
like,
are you saying it that way?
What way?
Kit Kat.
Because if you take the hyphen out, that's what it is. Kit Kat. There's no Kit Kat. Kit hyphen cat. You leave that in there. Yeah, well, should I say you take that out and it's just Kit Kat?
Do you shake it all about?
And you shake it all about. You're a hokey pokey.
You're a bitch. I hate
you. Hey, man. So think about it. Okay, another one. Did Pikachu have a black tip on his tail?
According to everyone else, no. But I know
I've watched
Pokemon since I was a child, and he for sure had a black tail.
Well, you're wrong. He did not. He only had black ear tips.
Well, he never said hello, Carice either. So.
Wow. Okay, I see what you did there. That's fine. You can hold on to your little, I know what he said. Okay. You know what's another one? Looney Tunes. How would you spell Looney Tunes?
Looney.
So you're just not going to spell tunes, huh?
Oh, Tunes.
Okay. But not Looney, Toons?
That's the way it's supposed to be spelled.
But why is it spelled Looney Tunes as if it's music?
I mean, I have always spelled it Toons.
Right. But why would it even be considered Tunes? Because that's what they're saying that it is Tunes.
Well, they're wrong. So
And it makes no sense because it's a cartoon, which
right.
is Cartoon, not Cartunes. So why would you call it Looney Tune Tunes if it has nothing to do with? Well, sure, the cartoons have music in them, but that wasn't the basis of the cartoon. It was the cartoon itself. So why would you call it tunes? So that's another one. That's another example. You know,
I feel
obviously
like
the
I feel like
Berenstein,
we could be here all day.
we really could. For example, Curious George never had a fucking tail.
You're a fucking liar, Corey.
Hey man, I'm just telling you what the Mandela Effect is telling us. Curious George, the curious little monkey,
Whoa,
never had a tail.
whoa, bro. So you remember the shirt I had on last podcast?
Mm-hmm.
As you know, I was wearing it
I
earlier.
would say haunted.
I said wanted.
Oh, wanted. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's from One Piece,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, I know. I'm familiar with the cartoon, the anime.
It's an anime.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking in the store earlier today, and
Mm-hmm.
this young child, um, she, for sake of the story, the family was a black family, but she looks at me as I'm
Mm-hmm.
walking in the store, and she points and opens her mouth as wide as she could, and she says, "Monkey." And her mom looks down like, "What the fuck did you just call that, man?" And I'm like, "She's talking about my T-shirt. It's One Piece." She's like, "She called you a monkey." The character's name in One Piece is Monkey D. Luffy.
That's funny,
She's like, "I'm so
and
sorry."
yet slightly racist.
Right. Even though I'm white. Even though I'm
Yeah.
white.
Well, monkeys do have very thin lips.
Has anybody told you today, Corey? I'm genuinely curious. Has anybody told you today?
What would that be, Brandon?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, speaking of fucking, do you know that sex in the city is actually sex and the city?
Hey.
Fuck you. Sex and the city. Yes, this is a real thing. It was
Do you-
not sex in the city.
I mean that one I can kind of see though, like getting mixed up. I mean that one's not really that big of a deal to me.
Well, sex in the and the is totally different.
I mean obviously they're two different words, but at the same time I could realistically see how somebody might mix those up. However,
Mm-hmm.
the next one just it blew my mind because I remember watching this show as a child. It was obviously way before my time, probably before your time, but it was still running on TV with reruns whenever, um, we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know that Ricky Ricardo never said, "Lucy, you have some
You got
explaining
some
to do"?
explaining to do.
He never said
So
it.
you tell me that he didn't say that.
He never said
So how the fuck did we mean you just say it at the same time?
it. What he actually said was, "Explain that if you can," and Lucy, explain.
How?
That one fucked me up because I remember watching the fucking show as a kid and him coming in the fucking door, Lucy. You know
How did he sound?
what?
How did he sound?
Like a bitch Corey. You ever seen that episode of Family Guy
Lucy.
where they made bitch Stewie?
Wow. Yeah.
You're bitch Corey.
Wow. Thank you for that. Thank you. Speaking of bitches, Oscar.
Oscar's a bitch.
he had a first name, and it's Oscar.
I actually rode in the Wienermobile not too long ago.
And his second name, I bet you like riding the Wienermobile, don't you?
Why you got to go there?
It's Mayer, not Meyer.
That one originally had fucked me up, but the more I saw the regular Oscar Mayer, I was like, okay, like maybe I just saw that wrong.
Mm-hmm. You and 10 million other people, because it absolutely was Mayer. They even had it in the song. I mean, my
No, they didn't.
baloney has a first name. It's Oscar. My baloney has a second name. It's Mayer.
No,
You don't remember this?
it's Meyer.
Okay, sure. Whatever you say, brother.
I
Just
can't
like
believe
Skechers
I can't believe you just sang
doesn't
that
have a
whole
T
song.
in it. Well, I mean, I have to add context to content,
Content to context.
content to context. You kind of look like a Kotex.
A tampon.
Bingo.
I don't want to do this podcast with you anymore.
Skechers. Skechers does not have a T in it. It is not Sketchers. It is Skecher. Yes.
Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice. Hello.
I'm probably gonna be fucked up with that one for a while.
Isn't that crazy? Well, the fact that Fruit Loops was never spelled Fruit. Well, now this one here kind of freaked me out because I've never seen it spelled Fruit. So it's kind of confusing for me because I've always known Fruit Loops to be spelled FROOTLOOPS. So I don't know what reality that one came from, but I've never seen it spelled that way. The only thing I saw that was like that was those fruit holes, the the
What?
Kroger brand
The fruit
no,
fruit
the
holes?
Fruitio.
Are they like bootios?
Fruitios from the makers of Bootios.
You're a fruitio.
And you're a Bootio. yeah. So yeah, Fruit Loops did not. I don't know who came up with that one. King Henry VIII did not have a turkey leg.
I don't even know where the fuck that one came from.
That's a weird one. That's very weird. I don't even understand. That had to have been, somebody drawing one of those in a, something that they propagated somewhere.
It was
that.
probably some sort of propaganda somewhere.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because I can't see that being a real thing.
No. Especially during that time. That they're absolutely not going to paint King Henry VIII with a fucking turkey leg in his hand.
With a turkey leg of all things. Yeah, come on now. What do you think? Speaking of fruit, let's get back to fruit. What do you think? Oh no, let me ask you this question: did the Fruit of the Loom logo have a cornucopia in it?
A lot of people don't even know what a cornucopia is. The original logo did, yes.
Did it really, or did it in your mind?
It wasn't in my mind. It was on the paper or on the web.
No, it was actually not ever a thing.
I got some clothes with it on it right now.
Hmm? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Did you just tell me that you had Fruit of the Loom jammies on?
No, I said I have some clothes with that logo on it.
Okay. Clothes. Sure.
Yeah, fucking clothes. Clothes you put on your fucking t-shirts and shit.
And they have cornucopias on them, or do they have just the fruit? No, they don't.
Well, now I'm second guessing it.
Exactly. You and the rest of the world, because they never had a cornucopia. It was always just fruit.
That's bullshit. You're a fucking liar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you.
Hey man, this thing goes deep, man. This thing goes really deep. Double stuffed Oreos. Only spelled with one F.
One F.
Not two.
We're not double stuff.
No, we're not double stuffing. Not double stuff. Mona Lisa never smiled.
That one actually did fuck me up because I legitimately thought that Mona Lisa had a smile, but she in fact never did.
Nope, not at all. And it's so much so that they made a movie called Mona Lisa Smiles.
Was that what that was about? Bitch
But the
ass.
fact that they made the fact that they made the movie, and that's what it was called, Mona Lisa Smiles, and I think that's where they got the idea from, is from that movie,
I don't
because
know, maybe.
yeah, she never smiled at all.
I mean, maybe she did in real life.
Well, I'm sure she smiled at some point, but back in the day, you know, do you know why? Fun fact: do you know why women didn't smile in the old pictures?
Because they would be stoned to death for flirting with the artist.
Not quite.
All right. Fuck. I don't know
When
then.
when when actual pictures became a thing, not art, drawings, paintings, actual pictures, they would not smile because the makeup that they had on their faces, if they were to move any part of their face, would crack.
No shit.
This is a real thing. Yes, yes, that's the reason why they wouldn't smile. That's why in all the photos back in the early, you know, 1800s and stuff like that, when all the women were just like,
Another fun fact. Do you know whenever they started, or when photographs became a thing, people actually
thing.
fuck yourself. Um, whenever photographs were basically first invented, do you know that
Hmm.
people originally were setting up their dead relatives and things like that to take pictures of and pose with them so they would have their memory?
Yes, I do. That I do remember that.
That's really weird.
Very weird.
Like, can you imagine like I die and you're just posted up like, "What's up, Bishaw?"
Yeah. Yes, Brandon. I'm absolutely gonna do that. I'm gonna take a selfie.
With my dead corpse.
Yep.
It's weird.
Hmm.
It's really weird.
Yeah. Hey, man. People do some weird stuff. I like the fact
As
that
long as
people
you don't
feel
let
like.
anybody do anything else with my corpse, we're cool.
I guess we're good then. Yeah, I won't let anybody corpse you. Did you know that the Flintstones actually has two T's in it?
Two T's?
Two T's. The Flint Stones.
Flintstones?
Yes. Not Flintstones. The Flint Stones.
That just sounds stupid.
It does. I like Flintstones better.
Yeah. Just rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
Granted, that may be my child mind that I
Granite?
couldn't say it the way that it was supposed to be said, but I like Flintstones better. It just sounds so much better than the Flintstones.
Granite?
Granite, granite, you're a bitch.
Is it granite or granted?
Granted is actually what it is. Now, I have a little bit of a southern drawl every now and then, so I just let it just
Man.
I let that thing twang, man. I just say granted, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You understand what I'm saying, don't you?
People are going to hear you talking. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're gonna hear a lot of different accents come out of me when this is all
Probably.
said and done. Especially this one, Clarice,
So,
because I'm going
how-
to always use this one. Yeah.
you sound like fucking Nigel Thornberry.
It's funny, yeah. Well, hell, and that if that's the case, then all of them sound that way.
Yeah, they actually do.
They all sound this way. Yeah.
Now you
Yes.
just sound like Sherlock Holmes.
I solved the case. Yeah. Watson.
Randy Watson.
Randy Watson, all the way across the street. Life is like a box of chocolates.
No, it's not. Life was like a box of chocolates, bud.
If you listen to the line closely, he says life was like a box of chocolates.
Was like a
Like a. Yeah. But here's the thing: why would life be in past tense? My mama always said life is like a
Say it.
box of chocolates.
Actually, I do know the answer to this question
Okay, give me the answer.
because if you pay attention when he's actually telling this story, his mother has already passed away in the movie.
Mm. Okay, so there could be some truth behind that one.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, was Mirror Mirror on the Wall a true thing?
No.
What was it?
This fucking bitch said magic mirror on the wall.
Yeah. Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
It's me.
Not quite. But the thing is, how do we all know Mirror Mirror? They've used it in several movies. They've used it in
Shrek.
adaptations of Snow White. So how is it that everybody got it wrong? Everybody.
Everybody got that one wrong.
Yeah, everybody got it wrong. Doesn't make sense. And I'm still not believing this thing about,
Hello, Christ.
I'm not going to believe this one.
We've probably
I
said
know
hello,
that-
Grace like 30 times.
I know that he said, and I know he said this because I share his voice.
You're a goddamn
And I
liar.
know that he said, Lou, I am your father.
I mean, it's almost there, but you don't quite have the, what's his name? James Earl Jones?
Luke. Yes, it's James Earl Jones.
It was.
Luke, I am your father.
That one
Does that not
sounded,
sound the same?
it almost did, actually. That kind of
You're
sounded
pretty
like,
close that time, right?
kind of sounded like Mufasa.
Well, Mufasa is also James Earl Jones.
No, I actually knew that.
Fuck you. So there, yeah. Yes, the most famous line in probably movie history was not Luke, I am your father.
I'm very happy to be here.
All he really said was, I am your father. And I don't believe that.
He said, no, I am your father.
No, he didn't even say no.
He
He
did.
just said, I am your father.
No, he said, no, I am your father. Because Luke was asking him a question at that point.
No.
Yes.
All
100%.
he really said was, I am your father. I'm
Bro.
reading it.
You're reading it wrong.
Whoa. So I can't read now? What?
It's because you're black.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot white people have an extra eye. They're always seeing shit.
It's from the Bootios.
Yes, I am your father. Yes, that's very, very, very interesting. And we could go on and on. I mean, Jesus Christ. There's so many countless Mandela effects that that have just baffled all of us for years. Another really, really, really interesting one. Freddie Mercury.
I don't want to hear
And
about
We Are the Champions.
Don't do this.
I hate to tell you, he never said we're the champions of the world.
No, 100% false.
Yep. We are the champions. It did not happen.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
So, in the actual song, We Are the Champions,
Mm-hmm.
he never said of the world.
Mm-hmm.
However, at Live Aid, what concert was that? It was Live Aid, what year? $1985.
Mm-hmm.
Live Aid 1985. After Freddie Mercury got done singing We Are the Champions, he actually did say of the world. And that is actually where this Mandela effect actually came from.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Side note, you think Suge Knight killed Tupac?
Absolutely.
think?
I truly feel that he knew it was going to happen.
100%.
Yeah.
Or
Just
Tupac's still alive.
according to Orlando Brown, he said that Tupac and his alleged killer are the same person.
Dude, don't get me started on Orlando Brown, because he also said that Lil Bow Wow had some. I'm not even going to say what he said.
Dude, Orlando is saying some really out of this world shit. But what concerns me with that is that so I've studied, psychology, and one of the things in psychology that we talked about a lot was just mannerisms, subtle things that you can't control that your body will do if you're lying.
What are they called? Like they're tells, basically. It's like you're doing something subconsciously, like biting your lip or blinking too much, or
blinking too much. You scratch your ear. Your eyebrow will raise. Even the little your
carotid
blood vessels, your arteries will thump harder. Like there are all these different things that happen when you're lying, and your body will not let you lie completely. You can say it.
I'm black.
See, look how your lips. You almost bit your whole goddamn lip off when you said that shit. But so Orlando does not really have a lot of that. In fact, Orlando does what studies call recog, where he looks to the left to bring a memory back, versus to the right where you're coming up with a lie.
Ooh, I never thought about that, actually.
Yes.
This is something I actually want to
very often.
This is something that I actually want to dive into on the next podcast that we get into.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think we should. That'd be a great show.
I think. I mean, obviously, Mandela Effects have been pretty popular over the recent years, and this is one of the topics that I actually get asked a lot about for Mandela Effects. And I mean, you saw here we did quite a few examples of the Mandela Effect, and I was gonna go ahead and let Corey wrap it up for you.
Well, it's been fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. If you got any questions, just send us an email. Are we there yet? We're not even there yet.
We do have an email.
We have an email.
It will be in the description.
Find the email in the description. And if you have any questions, or if you'd like for us to talk about anything in the upcoming shows, leave us a line. And we'll see you the next go round, all right?